Hi there and welcome to Bustthenet. Yes, these are the Cop Diaries. My winning start has given way to an undefeated start. As you can see, we've already dropped a few points. We drew against Spurs, United and Brighton. All away matches that ended up being quite close. Yes, we still top the table. We're still some ways ahead of Arsenal and City, Chelsea, United. Um, Arsenal are our closest chasers. Then we've got City, Chelsea, and United. And then after that, the rest of the pack comes in there. I mean, like, there's not much difference between Everton and Southampton, even Spurs. And then at the bottom of the table, we've got Cardiff, West Ham, and Huddersfield. Huddersfield have been, in the last show, I showed you how tough Huddersfield has been. We've been using yes, for the longest part of the season, I was using a 4-2-3-1. But lately I got bored, so I decided to try a 4-3-1-2. Yes, I was very bored. So we wanted to see how our 4-3-1-2 would fare, and it didn't do too badly against Chelsea. We had a very interesting run of results. Our shots on target are crazy. There was one match where I think every single shot was on target and inside the box. Um, Against United, I think we conceded a goal, or I rather had to chase the game down. We managed to uh, get the equalizer here. Um, uh, our first goal was kind of fun because I came off a corner, but it wasn't like it's not your typical goal that you score from a corner, right? So we had Milner taking the corner, and it went out to Matip, and then we tried to recycle possession. Henderson, Keita, it went wide for Milner, who was free for another cross, dropped it in, blocked again by the resolute Chelsea defense. Keita wins the ball back. Giroud doesn't even have time to take it down under control. And then Keita goes wide, plays it back to Clyde, and by now Chelsea have reset. So you can see they're all back in their positions. You got Emerson, Espilicueta, Christiansen, David Luiz, Conte, Fabregas, Kovacic. Oh, why you got Pedro, then you got Giroud, and then you got Williams. So they're back in all their defensive positions, and we rebuild our attack one more time. Goes to Klein. Klein plays the ball to Henderson. Henderson to Matip. Matip plays it long, hopeful ball. Picked it up by Firmino, and this is when things get interesting. Now Firmino is playing in the hole, right? So he decides to drag a team around. So he drags 1, 2, 3, 4 to one position. They all go out, and then notice this group of players going to the gap in the middle. The movement was very nice. And Firmino plays it back to Milner. Milner plays it to Henderson. Mane plays it out to Klein. Klein squares the ball, and Firmino scores. That was a very nice goal. I was very impressed. I was very happy with the movement. Overall, though, we're playing okay. But people might ask me, so how do we play a 4-3-1-2? It's let me just put it this way. The 4-3-1-2 is a very how do I put this? It's very player dependent, right? So if you go into a match and you want to use a 4-3-1-2, if I were to use this, I tried using this with Staley Bridge and it failed miserably because I don't have the players for it. So you're gonna have to have the players for it in order for you to pull it off. And on top of that, we've got players that need rest, like Naby Keita needs a rest. Wijnaldum is injured. Daniel Sturridge, he could play. Joe Gomez is injured. Solanke is available. Virgil van Dijk is back. Okay, we can put Virgil van Dijk. Then Lovren is on the bench. Then I've got Alexander Arnold and Klein. Naby Keita is not 100%, but I will have to play with Robertson, and then Naby Keita will be rested. I'm gonna bring Milner on, and I think I will ask Milner to be the ball-winning midfielder, Fabinho to be the Mazzala. Naby Keita is rested. Lallana, Lopez, Firmino, Mane, Salah. So I tend to play this on pretty high aggressive mentalities, and it's if your players aren't good or fast, right? Both actually, you're gonna suffer. So now this is a good match I'm playing. I'm playing against United, and the last time I played against United, it was a very tight affair, 1-1. So United are coming in with a 4-1-4-1. We're playing with a 4-3-1. 4-3-1-2. Opposition instructions, I'm gonna have to tight mark these two guys out on the flanks. And then tactics, we're gonna go very attacking. Now, ignore the word here, it says middle press. Actually, it's not a middle press, it's actually a high press. Right, so we've got everything sorted. And we're gonna start off playing very attacking mentality. The match begins. We're gonna go on comprehensive highlights. Now, the reason why I say you're gonna have to have a very good team. First up, 4-3-1-2. If you play like deep, right, you're never gonna create. You're gonna have all your chances are gonna come from the flanks, right? So it's gonna be very annoying. And then and you're not gonna get a lot of chances. So you're gonna have a congested defense by the time you get into the opponent's third. You're gonna have to. So how I'm playing it is I'm playing it with a high line, which still it still runs the risk of having a congested defensive line or congested opposition. But at least when it comes to the second balls, when the balls go over the top with my defenders to chase them, my defenders don't have to chase. My defenders are quite high up the pitch. Look at where Virgil van Dijk is. So they're actually closer to my attacking group of players. So when they win the second ball, it can go to Firmino, right? So that's at least the rationale in my head. I was watching transitions. Originally, I wanted to play it on a medium defensive line, not too high. But I quickly discovered that our lack of because we are so narrow on the flanks, just gives up too much space to the opposition. So we got 48% possession. This is interesting because this is the first time I've got 48% possession. Normally we're running at close to 70. Firmino with the ball gets in. Salah, what a goal from Liverpool on the counter attack. Beautiful goal. Oh, that was good. Firmino sliding in, runs at the whole United defense, and then he goes in and they tackle him. Salah picks it up and then smashes it home with his left foot. Oh, that's a good start for Liverpool. Liverpool 1-0 ahead of United. Valencia to Mata. Oh, greases the top of the bar. That could have been an exquisite second. We've got a throw now. Salah cuts across the Firmino plays it back to Henderson to Fabinho. Oh, they clear this. Alisson Becker. I'm playing him a sweeper on attack, so he comes out of the box like that. I want him to be a bit more aggressive. Fabinho. We've got Romero, Andy Robertson. Oh, he gets Mata as well. Andy Robertson loses out. Alisson. His handling is excellent. I love it. Andy Robertson. Okay, yeah, I know. Last season, I went and bought Gianluigi Donnarumma, and you guys were telling me to buy Alisson, right? So I still remember everyone. I want Gianluigi Donnarumma because he's younger. I got this thing about young players. I want them in my side because there's so much upside to having a young player. So he's like 20, 21 years old. That would be fantastic. But Alisson is a good keeper. Here go Firmino strikes. Romero makes a save. It's another corner. Well, possession I think is back. We have the majority of possession right now. Henderson. That was a stupid. So there we go, 58% possession. That small little blip at the start, that was it. Free kick, Mata. I'm playing with a high line, so my defenders need to be fast. They need to have they need to be actually quite intelligent because they need to have their positioning sorted, anticipation, positioning. So you're asking, if you want to play a 4-3-1-2 like this, don't do it with Swindon Town. Please go find a good team to do it with, because if you play with a good team, it's a lot of fun, because you see the way they move the ball. They literally go camping, and then after that it's like move, and then you got to think about overloads. There are times when I get through balls. Yeah, I have had one through ball in the last 5 games that led to a goal. Okay, so it's not too bad. I don't expect too many through balls, but I get quite a few key passes that are like through balls. Okay, another one. But unfortunately for us, Mr. Salah isn't, banging all the goals. The guy who seems to get all the goals in this system is the DLF. He seems to score a shit ton of goals. But in this match, yeah, Salah broke away. There are certain circumstances in which the advanced forward will score goals. I like the advanced forward DLFS combination. Yes, I hear all of you going to DLFS doesn't drop deep. Yeah, it does. It's not like he's gonna drop deep when you're camping, right? It's gonna be true. Is you gotta watch out for the transition. It's the transition that you see him drop deep. That's when I want him to drop deep. I don't want him to drop deep when we are camping already. I might as well get inside the box and then start the movement inside the box. It all depends on where the ball is, so and which part of the transition we're in. Now I want him to be in the box. I don't want him to be outside the box. So it depends on when you want to see this. It's the ball when the ball is in the middle. That's when I really pay attention. And we are camping. Okay, Firmino wins the ball. Fabinho, Salah. Oh no, this is dangerous. No, it's offside. Andy Robertson has been getting a knock here and there. It's been a bit. My at the rate I'm playing, I don't know if my players are going to survive because we play a very attacking mentality most of the time. Milner with a great goal from out wide. Keita finding him. The substitute found him. This is a throw in. Yeah, there we go. Far post. Throw in. There's nobody marking the far. Again, nobody closing down the far post. So we come to halftime at Anfield. And it's 2-0. Alright, so team talk time. Go out there and put on a worthy display. Come on, boys. Stepanenko to Juan Mata to Valencia to Ende Herrera to Pogba to Ende Herrera to Mata. And he's got Milner on him. We go again. Nice work from Klein. Reads the ball. Mata, Klein. We're actually playing quite well, the 4-3-1-2. If you notice, my fullbacks aren't being pulled out of position. So they're always closing down they're closing the right player down. That's excellente. Hope they don't change this feature of the game. Milner, Henderson out to Fabinho, Mane. But the problem right now is my Firmino. My Firmino is not getting much of the ball. So if I were to look at I think it's I don't know whether we have it here. Liverpool stats, basic info, attacking, passing. Where's Firmino? Where are you? Yeah, he's 18. He's had no key passes. His pass completion rate has been shocking, 55%. So Firmino hasn't had a very good day in the office with his passing completion rate. So we want to fix that right now. So that's the reason why he's not playing well. So I've got him on attack, and I think I'll get him to move into channels. Dribble more. Actually, there's something wrong, right? I want to see his player traits. Comes deep to get the ball, move into channels. He's already moving into channels and coming deep to get the ball. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna change him with Mane. Runs the ball off and cuts inside, move into chance, gets into opposition. And now that might be quite interesting. Alright, so we'll get Firmino up top. So they play the ball to Henderson, plays it out to Alisson, Mo Salah, Bailey, Mane, Klein, out to Shaw. Again, Shaw is under pressure. The fullback, if we've got somebody on him, we don't expect somebody to be tight marking them when they have the ball. Like, I mean, yeah. Okay, Virgil van Dijk with the free kick goes to Romero. Klein, Virgil van Dijk, Fabinho, Henderson, plays it back to Alisson, Klein. Yeah, there we got their fullbacks. Fabinho, Keita, Mane does well. Fine, okay. Keita, Mane is playing better in that role. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a third goal that is possible. Fabinho misses the penalty. I have not set up my penalty takers. I should really set Salah up as a penalty taker so that his ratings get a spike early in the game. Klein, Firmino. Okay, that's good. We got Juan Mata wide. So we've got a throw, Fabinho, Klein, Matip, back to Klein, to Fabinho, out to Klein, goes wide, crosses the ball. Firmino almost at the end of that. So Firmino's numbers have shot up to 6.7, 6.8. Sadio Mane is on 6.5. Apparently, nobody likes to play as the AMA here. So we gotta have to find a. I have a player on the bench who I think is the perfect AMA, who may end up being a very good AMA. So I'm gonna call up this youngster. Maxime Lopez. We found we brought him in from a French club, Monaco, I think, for on the cheap. I'm just hoping that he develops into a pretty good AMC. So Liverpool 2, United 0. And our little 4-3-1-2 continues to shoot. Here we go. Allison plays out to Henderson. Henderson to Keita. Back. They look. Oh, Lopez. Yep. That's what I wanted. Oh, Lopez saw the pass. Man, he played a perfect ball. That was a beautiful through ball from Lopez. That's the kind of player that I need. Salah. Again, gets inside. Salah makes it 3. And Liverpool are through to the. I think we're through to the semi-finals. This is a good rollout. Virgil van Dijk plays it all over the top for the defense. The defense failed to clear. Salah takes it on so well. Oh my goodness, that was a fantastic takedown from Salah. Took it down with his right and smashed it home with his left. And there we go. It's 89 minutes. Anything that United get at this point is pure consolation. Man, United, you're not going to get any silverware this season. It's Henderson with the ball to Virgil van Dijk. Plays it to Lopez. Lopez, I think, is going to be my... Look at the run that Lopez did inside the box. It's a 4th goal. Lopez's run inside the box was nice. Okay, watch this. Okay, this is Lopez getting the ball. This is my up and coming AMC. Right, this is a guy I think who's gonna fill this role very nicely. Look at him; he's doing what I want in this role. He gets into the box. Salah plays it out wide, so he becomes another player in the box. Oh, lovely! I like this. Okay, all right. So it's our 4th goal, and United are shell shocked. We have a throw in. Please don't score any more goals, boys. Salah. Don't, no, please don't. It's only 4-0. We don't want this manager to lose his job too. Okay. So, yep. It's a 4-0 win. Comprehensive 4-0 win. Teams, shots, Liverpool. Shots on goal. We got 2 from the edge of the box. I mean, yeah, these are like, we can call these long shots if you want. And then we got this. This is the attempt from Sadio Mane to chip the goalkeeper. That was so exquisite. Okay, so we have one. I think this one is okay. Then we've got shot saved. This is a good attempt. This is a good attempt. This, I think, if you see Joel Matip misses a corner. Most likely there was a corner. Firmino open play. Block. We got one block. I think it must be a corner. Yeah, it's a corner. And then Manchester United, they had 7 shots on target. Only really 2 good chances inside the box. One hitting the woodwork. And this one is a corner. Okay, so that was a corner. Yep, it was a corner. I'm glad to see it's a corner. Okay, then we've got, well, not too many chances from United then. Yep, so if you look at this, nothing too central to worry about. So, this was the test for my 4-3-1-2 against a good team. No, I don't hear any wisecracks about United. Okay, so please. Yes. Against a good team like Manchester United, we totally pummeled them. So it's 4-0 against United in the FA Cup. It's Chelsea 2-0 and Watford. Now, how am I playing my 4-3-1-2? Okay. The 4-3-1-2 plays with a very high defensive line. There is no compromise on this. I want to play with a much higher defensive line. I'm literally camping the opponent's half when they there's so much pressure on their back line, they're forced to clear the ball. And I need to play with a high defensive line because I want my players to be high up the pitch when they have the ball. This means that second balls largely are going to be my domain. So I can win the second ball most of the time. We also play with defensive with wide because I want my players to make every effort, the side midfielders to make every effort to close down the flanks. So I don't want the flanks to get overrun, and that's going to be very important. Um, then when it comes to this, focus play down the middle, not entirely necessary because this can affect forward runs of the guys on the flanks. However, this is okay. I mean, I'm using this instruction. I'm not entirely convinced that it's necessary. We have passed into space. I'm playing with passing the radius is much shorter passing because I'm aiming for short passes. I don't want long passes, but those passes like the ones you saw from Virgil van Dijk are going to happen because of the role and the decision making of the player. So some certain players are naturally going to just go, you want me to play shorter passing? No, boss, because we are playing on a very high mentality. So because we're playing on a high mentality, the players are going to sometimes ignore your instructions, and I don't mind because they're just going to play the ball forward. I don't want them to play the ball backwards. In terms of tempo, we're playing slightly higher. I'm locking. It's important that I lock this in, so it's still the same. So I don't get affected. So I chose this tempo earlier, so that when I change my mentality, it shouldn't get affected. A work ball into box naturally. Play for set pieces is be more expressive. Yeah, might not necessarily. It might not be necessary. Yeah, but I don't know. Usually with good teams, I don't use be more expressive. With bad teams, I'm more likely to. Then we've got here counter press is vital to this system. This system cannot be played without a counter press. It has to be. It follows the same system I created in all the other FMs. Every single other football manager that I've created had a form of high press in there. So this is exactly the same with counter. Now, do I have any PIs? Yes, I have one on this guy, close down more. This guy supposed to have dribble more, but it depends on who's playing. Mazzala has got shoot less often, dribble less. DLP has got more direct passes. BM has got shoot less often, take fewer risks. Yes, I have PIs on some of these players. And then take more risks for this dude. Why is he taking more risks? Because I do also want to have a mixture of, yeah, while we play the ball short to each other, I want this guy to hook one over the top. Because I have an advanced forward trying to beat a defensive line. So if they are attacking me, we get the ball, like, they hoof the ball up, right? It comes to Klein. Klein can actually initiate an attack straight away by playing a through ball over the top. So the team would have been in the beginnings of the attacking transition. We receive the ball, we hit them. They have to run backwards, which is perfect for us. So this is another instruction that I have. In terms of the sweeper keeper, yeah, I play on attack. Now, here people are gonna ask me this other question is, can I play this with a lower league side? I would not recommend it. If you do, you lose. So we've got our goal getter, Firmino, Mane. So Salah is doing well. So yeah, coming back to who you can use this system with, can you use this with a lower league side? Not really. I wouldn't recommend it. So it's not something. The moment I start using this with Staley Bridge, start getting scared because you need your back line to be good at reading the game. They have to be fast as well. So if they make one mistake, you're in trouble. So if your backline isn't a good backline, this high press, playing a 4-3-1-2, playing the way we play is not going to work. But so far we have been beating a lot of teams like Wolves here. We played the 4-3-1-2 against Wolves, and Wolves didn't know what hit them. So in terms of like shots that we did against Wolves, this is Wolves' contribution for the whole game. Yeah, this is it. This is Wolves. This is ours. Naturally, we had a lot of shots outside the box because you have to remember Wolves came into this match very defensive, right? So our shots blocked outside the box, shots saved. We only had two inside the box. Really, only one good one. Hitting the woodwork, one inside the box. Probably this one was a corner. Shots off target, again, 2 inside the box. And then shots on goal, 2 centrally placed goals. One was a penalty, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think this was a penalty. So it's gonna be interesting. So if you want to play the 4-3-1-2, I would strongly recommend that you decide you think about your team first. Secondly, you're not always gonna see these two guys ramming goals. This position is critical. You notice I play with Firmino. Firmino likes to come deep to get the ball. So by the time he gets back forward, he's gonna have a problem in just the defense. So we ended up using this boy, Maxime Lopez, who I just signed. Now he's got the right traits. First up, he tries killer balls, plays 1-2s, likes to switch ball to other flank, which is exactly what I want in this position. I want him to be able to 1-2-1 into the box. I want him to be able to switch the ball to the other flank when the need arises, and I need him to play the through ball. So I need all three from him. On top of that, I need him to have dribbling. So he's got dribbling, agility, and some balance. And we paid, I think we paid a small amount of money for him, 15.5 million. And he's already, I brought him for this system. So he's already created 2 assists, 1 in the Champions League, 1 in the Premier League. He's doing okay. I have a lot of, I think this guy could fit into the system very nicely. So if you find this interesting, I know some of you asked me about the 4-3-1-2, so that's why I have done this for you guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Cop Diaries. If you have any questions, please look me up on Twitter at Bustthenet or addicted2fm.com, my website. Once again, I'd like to thank all my patrons for their continued support this channel. You make this kind of shows possible for the rest of the community. You guys take care. Have a good one. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.